Today, we're talking about how companies use memories to drive sales. Now, we've all seen them, those holiday ads that take you right back to your childhood. One second you're scrolling, and the next you're thinking about your favorite Christmas mornings. Now, why do the biggest brands in the world spend millions upon millions on campaigns that make you feel like a kid again? Today, we're unpacking a powerful tool, holiday nostalgia marketing, and more importantly, how you can use the same psychology in your own business to build connection and to drive sales. Now, nostalgia might be warm and fuzzy, but it also is a powerful psychological trigger. Now, when we feel nostalgia, our brains release feel good hormones like dopamine and serotonin. Marketers love it because it links their product or brand to those positive memories. The holidays are a perfect time. They're all about shared cultural experiences like family, tradition, and a simpler time. Now, when a brand taps into a collective memory, they are essentially selling you comfort and security. Now, it's more than just a product for them, it's an emotional shortcut to your trust and loyalty. That trust is what makes you buy. Now, let's look at a few high impact examples that demonstrate different ways to convert or make sales. Example one, the Google Assistant Home Alone ad. Now, you probably remember this one from a few years ago. Macaulay Culkin reprised his role as a grown up Kevin McAllister, only this time he used the Google Assistant to run Operation Kevin. Now, let's talk about the conversion. This was a textbook example of selling a product. By blending the iconic scenes with their new tech, Google showed a product making a cherished, relatable scenario easier and less stressful. They made their smart speaker feel essential to a modern holiday, which leads directly to the purchases of their home devices. Now, it was a perfect blend of old feeling and new solution. Here's another example. The Home Instead ad, which is, I think they called Home But Not Alone. This ad uses Home Alone references specifically to the initial fear of being alone and the whole scary neighbor part of the plot to talk about a very serious subject, which is the anxiety of an adult child worrying about their aging parent being alone during the holidays. Now, the point of conversion here is that Home Instead sells a service, senior home care, which is a much higher barrier to entry than a smart speaker. Now, they use the fear element of the movie to hook the audience. Then they quickly pivot to selling peace of mind. Now, their ads call to action is centered on getting the conversation started about getting help, which converts anxiety and worry into a qualified lead for their service. They sold an emotional solution by normalizing a difficult family discussion. Here's another example. The Coca-Cola polar bears in trucks. I know this is a big memory from my childhood. Let me know if it is for you too. For decades, the sight of the Coca-Cola trucks or the animated polar bears, it signals the start of the holiday for a lot of people. So the conversion here is that Coca-Cola isn't selling a new product. They're reinforcing their status as an ingrained holiday tradition. The ad's primary goal is brand awareness and standing out, making sure that when you reach for a celebratory drink, the one that you reach for is theirs. Coca-Cola is a staple in so many households here in the US, and they're definitely pulling from the memories of ads past. Scrooge reference. Get it? Get it? Yeah. So how do we take this multi-million dollar strategy and apply it to your business? Specifically, the connection that draws people in. Step one, identify your audience's nostalgia. What decade or holiday tradition does your target audience look back on fondly? If your customer is in their 30s, think 90s or early 2000s. If they're in their 50s, think 70s or 80s. And you don't have to guess. You can actually ask them. Use social media polls to find out what your customers connect to. Now, step two, connect to a simple comfort or solve a seasonal pain. Like the ads, your product or service should add value to your customer's life or experience. For a baker, it might be a cookie kit that reminds them of grandma's kitchen. For a service provider like Home Instead, it could be a holiday unwind package, something that gives them back the time that they lost during their holiday or solves a major worry. Step three, create a digital sensory trigger. Use your content to create a feeling. Post a video of your product set to classic public domain holiday music. Use a warm, grainy filter on your photos and talk about the smell of pine or cinnamon in your captions. These small cues link your brand to those big, positive memories. Now, Large brands use nostalgia to make you feel good so that you buy. You can use it to genuinely connect and make your customers feel seen and comforted during a chaotic time. Now, that emotional connection is what converts a browser into a loyal, repeat customer, and at the very least, creates brand awareness. Now, go to your social media right now and ask your audience, what is your all time favorite holiday movie or song? Use that answer to inspire your next piece of content. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Creator Lab. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next video. See you next time.